Okay, we had a quick executive session, no action was taken. I think it's on the inside.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything more from you?
Nothing more from me. Does anybody have any questions?
Nope. All right, moving on then to the mayor's report.
Yeah, the emergency operations, there's two motions in public safety to adopt resolutions updating the emergency operations plan, which is required biannually, and Chief Sumter has completed that, and the resolution that, excuse me, is up for motion tonight. Also, there's a resolution for implementing the National Incident Management System. This is something new that there has to be a resolution on the books that in the event of a national emergency that the NIMS operations can go into effect during a crisis for the Unified Command Center, where all the departments have been working together, and that will also include Chief Sumter. We received, the police department through the Chiefs Association received a grant for a mobile fingerprint reader, which the officers were trained today, and this fingerprint reader would be attached to iPhones, smartphones, whereas an officer could take a fingerprint from an individual that's suspect for identification, and be able to use that fingerprint to go into the system, and that actually identify the person that they are having an interaction with. And
Wow.
they get the training. So we have that, and that came through a grant from the Chiefs Association to the fire, or to the police department. We also received, Crafton received another grant because of the outstanding work that the officers did on the click or ticket earlier this year, that we're going to have another click or ticket during the Thanksgiving holiday between November 20th and December the 3rd. And again, it's zero tolerance. If the officer stops somebody, a vehicle for a violation, seatbelt violation, that there will be citation issued regardless, and also any other citations that may come up, as warranted by that traffic stop. That's all I have.
Okay, we'll go right into your motions. I will entertain a motion to adopt resolution number 2017-13, which is updating the emergency operations plan of the Borough of Crafton.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and second. Any additional discussion for the mayor? No discussion then, all in favor? Aye. All opposed? I will also entertain a motion to adopt resolution number 2017-14, implementing the National Incident Management System.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and second. Any discussion? Hearing no discussion then, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Thank you. Anything else additional for the mayor?
Can I just mention Halloween real quick?
Yep.
Halloween is going to be Tuesday, 31st, 6 to 8 p.m. Fire department, again, will be out with the police officers patrolling the streets, and we're requesting that the parents be with the small children, that their costumes not create a traffic hazard as far as not being able to be seen, kids with lights, parents monitoring their children when they're moving about, because every year, and I'm out every year with the chief, and you see kids running across the street, and we've been really good at this, is preventing any accidents from occurring during the 6 to 8 Halloween period. And I'd just like to thank the police officers and the fire department for their continued service in this event every year. Thank you.
Thank you. anything additional then for the mayor? Okay, moving on into our discussion items regarding the blight committee. Ann?
Sam called Nucci from Ingram, and he requested that, because I had a brief conversation with him, and I think Dave was gonna speak to him at, they were gonna discuss it with Dave at the COG meeting, so I don't know if you had a chance to.
Did not make it.
Okay, I don't know if you had a chance to speak to him, Dave's not here.
Okay.
But what Sam is recommending is that maybe a few members of council join, start the committee, for Crafton, a few members of council from Ingram, and then maybe set the guidelines, because I know David discussed about setting some guidelines, some parameters, where you want to, focus on, set some, just basically set some guidelines. So he suggested that maybe councils get together and discuss it, just a smaller group, and then.
So what, maybe like 2 from each?
2 or 3 from each.
And then at that point, put a structure together and get other people involved.
Right, that's what he would like to see done. And I said I would bring it to council and make that let them know that
I
that's
mean,
what,
I think that sounds
Ingram.
reasonable.
Yes, I would like to be part of that.
so.
So we want to ask for volunteers first. Marcia
Yeah, I'm very interested.
Pauletta? And probably Dave, don't you think? Or
I would
Phil?
probably think either Dave or Phil.
I'm guessing Dave probably.
Mhm.
And then Ingram will come up with 3,
Yeah.
and then what? And then
Okay,
at that
well then
point,
we gotta get something organized, so then I need like a person that would, like what if he says, oh, let's meet next week or next Tuesday or something like that? I mean, I don't know how quickly he's thinking. Do you wanna wait till the next time and just schedule a meeting? You wanna give me some dates?
well, does
and-
it need to be advertised?
No, there would be not a quorum,
Okay,
so it
so
does not have to be
I'm
outside.
so not a fan of all this waiting. Like, if we get the 3 people from us and get the 3 people from them, and everybody can meet on a specific day, then let's just do it.
Okay, so do you guys, do we want Dave or do you want Phil, or what do you wanna do?
Do you wanna have?
I'll be
discussion
involved.
with Dave?
Involved
I
in
think,
that.
I think
Yeah.
he's pretty much got his heart in it.
Yeah.
Not that you don't have your heart in it.
Yeah, I said I'll
but-
be an alternate if Dave's unavailable.
Okay. So maybe we could.
Do we wanna pick a date?
Well, you kinda gotta check with Sam and see.
Right, I would say we can,
Saying,
Yeah, there's a council meeting will be the 13th, and then it's usually the Thursday before the 9th. So he may even say, let's meet afterwards,
or before.
Yeah, I was gonna do
before,
it,
or,
and get some people on board.
or
Yeah.
so. You want me to get a couple dates and then I can let everybody know?
Yes.
Okay.
So tell him that we picked 3, he can pick 3, we could do it before our meeting, after our meeting, and then come up with a process of who else we would like to get involved, like a realtor, or like there were a couple of different people that we talked about,
I want
banking
to get
type
involved,
people.
a man who turns or redoes flip
Right,
houses.
right,
He said he
so
would
then we
come
can
and
talk
part.
about who we wanna get involved and what we expect from those people, and then everyone can go out to those people and let them know what's expected and whether or not they're interested, and then we can come back and meet. Is that good?
Yeah, I'll talk to Sam, see if I can get a few dates, maybe they can pick a separate day, because that might be
Yeah.
But
well, I
not
think
a couple
separate
hours,
days
I
is the
mean-
first one might
Okay.
be, yeah.
yeah. So maybe
We'll
we
let
can
him
get
give you
it
some
to.
dates and then give you.
Yeah,
dates
I'll
and
get a couple dates, and then we can see if we can get something figured out. Okay.
I'd be happy to be the neutral person between the 2 if they wanted or whatever. Okay. Anything else for discussion items?
Can I just bring up 2 things? First of all, the newsletter, I had a copy on, there was 2 copies on the desk. The newsletter will be going out on Thursday. That's on the emergency notification system.
That's good.
Yeah, so, and the new emergency notification system will be up and running by November 1st. So, be sure that you go on the website and there'll be a little pixel on the Crafton website and you can register that way. You can do it via text messaging. So the chief and I have been playing around and sending, messages out.
Wait,
But it's
so you
only-
can text your zip code
Right.
to 888-777, and that will
From your mobile
enroll
phone.
you?
Yes. And that's.
Oh my gosh, I can't get any easier than that.
Well, but see, then this way, but you'll get everything. If you, let me explain, if you register that way, through your, mobile phone, you'll get Crafton information, you'll get Ingram. If you say, I don't wanna get all that stuff, then you have to register and you can put in your text
You have to
message.
go
You can
online.
shorten the parameters, you can, I just want Crafton stuff, I just want Ingram stuff, I just want emergency stuff, I don't want the community stuff. So you can narrow your parameters of what you
If I
register for.
choose to enroll by texting my zip code, can I then go in later and change my
Absolutely.
parameters? Okay,
Yes,
so, okay,
yes.
so from
And
right.
with every text message that you get, it'll say if you don't wanna be a part
Oh,
of
yeah,
this
say yes or
anymore.
no. Okay.
You can say yes or no, so you can, and then you have to send the word no or something like that
Right,
too.
right, right.
So, so there's a way of getting out of it, if you decide you don't wanna do it, so, but it'll be,
Oh, that's really
up
good.
and running, November 1st.
Excellent.
So we really wanna encourage everybody. The other, just a brief little thing, Dennis Joyce emailed me, and the Performing Arts want to redo the mural down at on the stage. So they have a person, and I says, well, could I see what you wanted, could I give counsel what you wanna do? And he was like, well, I don't have that yet. I go, well, okay. He goes, so could you just mention it, that this is the idea that we wanna do? I said, it'll be no cost to the borough.
What's the idea?
I don't know. I
Oh,
have no
just that they
clue.
wanna redo it?
Just that they
Oh,
wanna
okay,
redo
okay.
it, and he asked me if I would mention it, and I said that I would definitely mention it, but I asked him for a draft, I says, maybe it's not finalized, he says, I won't have that till their next meeting, which is like November 6th or something like that. So, I'm mentioning it to you, that the Performing Arts, are gonna change the mural down at the park, but I don't know what it's gonna say.
Carlton High School kids doing it again?
That's the only information
So
I
you'll
have.
come back to us with,
That they wanna change the mural, so, they have a proposal, but, he doesn't have a draft of it. So,
Okay.
I'm just, I just wanted to relay the information.
well, that's very exciting, I'm looking forward to seeing what they're going to do. Cool.
That's all.
Anything else?
A question for Public Works.
Okay.
With regards to street openings, American Water and Peoples, will they be back to do their side-to-side where they did do street openings?
Crafton Boulevard?
Yeah, Crafton and Clearview and all, I don't know how many other, do we have a list of how many locations that need to be reclaimed or restored?
I got a list of street openings. When I do it, I go out and I see like the Pennsville, I didn't get a one call, because most of that work was done in the city of Pittsburgh. I went out to talk to Pennsylvania American before they even dug, testing the one call markings, and told them that they're responsible for 15 feet on each side of their ditch and curb to curb for the street restoration, since it's going to be a paved street. And they said they were totally in agreement, they understood it, and they knew it. How much?
Peoples up there on Clearview, in that new section that we had, there was that gas leak. I haven't seen them come back yet.
Okay.
I don't know how many other locations Peoples has, but I just wanted to sort of close it out before when did the asphalt plants close?
They're open,
It's
weather on the
weather.
weather, yeah. When we open, you have to call an order, like we, from asphalt last week, we have an order.
It'll probably be done in spring, more than likely.
It's a small patch though, they'll go curb on the new section.
Yeah, I just want to close them out as soon as we can.
We'll contact them. Well, they were pretty good, they're pretty compliant once I contact them and give them a reminder. They've been very responsive.
Okay, thanks.
Question, the fire department paving the parking lot.
patch we put in.
Yeah. Why was that reason for doing that?
Well, the fire department's been asking me for 2 years because of safety concern with the ice in the winter, that dip. I guess it was a basement they used when they backfilled years ago. And we have a pretty good working relationship with the fire department. Anytime we need to borrow a pump, a generator, any type of pull or apparatus, they asked if we could go in and do that repair. And the milling machine actually was an opportunity for us because our milling machine had a little issue, a problem with it. We did the entranceway to the community center in the parking lot there, where it was actually starting to deteriorate. Well, we had it down and we went in and we did that patch. So,
Okay, so it wasn't caused by the skid steer sitting there being too heavy for the parking lot?
no, it was,
That's what I was told by public director,
no,
two public works people,
no.
that we had to fix it because
No, the skid
we
steer,
put the skid steer there and.
we use it to store equipment. And again, it's a working relationship, we're all on the same team, fire department, public works, police, maybe we're all on the same team. If I get requests from the fire department and we can help them, I mean, like I said, they help us. They give us, lights, different tools, pumps, and it was something that really was a safety concern in the wintertime. That water ponds there and freezes over. So. And this time of year, the asphalt really is tough to do anything unless you get a big patch. So, that's what we did. It wasn't.
Wasn't there any skid steer there? Okay.
No, that's been there for a few years.
Okay, just a reminder that we do have another budget meeting on Monday, the 30th at 6:30. And the Civil Service Commission is meeting on, what's the first? Is that Wednesday? On Wednesday, November 1st at 6:30. What's the public hearing regarding the Shade Tree Commission?
That's on November 2nd, and a resident on Crafton has requested to remove a tree, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's a ginkgo tree, it's a female, and after, I've learned a lot about a ginkgo tree in the last couple of days, but females produce a berry, and it's slimy, and it drops on their cars, and excuse me, but it smells, this is what it says, it smells like vomit. So that's what, the people want to remove the tree, and it's not dead, there's nothing wrong with the tree. They just don't like the,
So several homeowners are coming to.
no, just the one,
Oh,
just the one.
Okay.
And it's a shade tree, it's a shade tree,
Okay.
and it's a very common shade tree, but it's typically males, but it's difficult when they're young to tell whether they're male or female.
Okay.
So this grew up to be a female, and it caused it, grew up, and it produces the
Started out
berries.
as a female,
And
it's
it produced the berries,
Okay.
and they would like to remove it, and the Shade Tree Commission denied it. So according to our ordinance, the next step in the process is a public hearing for them to come and speak to the Shade Tree Commission, so.
And that's here
And what day is that?
November
Thursday, November 2nd.
at 6 p.m.
So they will state their case, and the Shade Tree Commission will make a decision, and then they can appeal if it's not, they're not in agreement. I mean, I don't know, this is the first time for all of us.
So is there?
So I don't know if they're gonna come up with a decision that night, or they wanna discuss it. I did speak with the arborist that we've used in the past. He said, you can spray it, but it's a little costly, and there's no guarantee that it'll kill the berries. But you would do that in the spring. So it's November, it's fall, whenever the berries are produced. Then come probably the first frost, they would die, I would assume.
So they've already spoken to the Shade Tree Commission and they said no?
That's
So
right.
then who does it go to next? Still the same Shade Tree people?
Yeah, then you speak to one member of the Shade Tree, and, well, two members usually go out and look at it together, and they denied the request. So then they have to have a public hearing to
And then what's
discuss.
their appeal process after that?
Then they have to go to council, and if council still upholds the,
Shade Tree
the Shade Tree
Commission
Commission decision, then they could actually take it to Allegheny County Court of Common Pleas.
Okay,
Question, if you have a tree that's uprooting your sidewalk, you have to go to the shade tree committee?
That's correct.
If it's between the curb,
If it's between the curb, yeah, the curb and the sidewalk, it's a very,
But if it's on their yard and they can take care of it then, cut it back?
they can trim it. Actually, you're supposed to, according to our ordinance in the shade tree, they're supposed to notify the commission when they want to trim a shade tree.
And
And,
they'll go through, think about what happens.
well, you could get fined. But it's never happened, I can tell you that much. Shh. I mean, shh, I probably shouldn't.
yeah, let's not say that.
It's never happened. This is our first hearing, so I will tell you that much. This is our first hearing, so we're all gonna learn,
Our
lesson
hearing,
learned,
like
lesson learned.
who's involved in all this?
Well, I'm gonna get it set up and then I'm leaving, because I don't wanna be, in case something comes to this,
Right.
the shade tree, like, I don't stay for the zoning hearing board,
Okay,
so.
okay. Reminder that election day is on November 7th, and Veterans Day is November 10th, and our administrative offices will be closed. And then, not to backtrack, but don't forget about Grimm's mini golf on October 30th for Halloween. So it will be open from 6 to 9 p.m. and on Saturday and Sunday from 3 until 9. So it's open the whole week.
Right, and it's open now through October 30th.
Oh, it's open now through
Yes.
October 30th, okay. So weekdays from 6 to 9, Saturdays and Sundays from 3 to 9. Anyone anything else? Are there any additional citizens' comments?
Yes.
Oh,
Kathleen Watson, 74 Fountain. I just wanted to ask Ann about the asbestos. There's no way that that would be holding up the demolition project?
No, it's not holding up. They already know about it, and it's not the borough that's gonna be removing this, the contractor, I mean, you know, he's aware of all that. But it's not what's held up, it's the schedule.
Okay.
So,
And the speed bumps, Jim, I thought when I asked for speed bumps on Fountain, you told me no, because it had to be near a park or something?
and that's
A
reducing the speed to 15 has to
Okay,
be.
so then why couldn't I have the speed bumps? On Fountain?
same reason that I questioned the engineer. If you're doing 25 and you have
Okay.
speed bumps, you have to make those speed bumps 25 miles an hour. And there's no way to make a speed bump that 25 miles an hour is not gonna damage your car, because the speed limit is posted at 25. You
Okay,
can't have a speed bump to make you go under 25 if you are adhering to the law.
okay, I feel like you're scolding me.
I just think it's so.
Okay, well then here's my comment. If Ewing is able to get the speed bumps,
Which I don't think they should be.
okay, would we be allowed to request them also?
Why don't we just put them on every street?
No,
I
I'm
mean,
just
I'm just
saying.
saying, the stop
I
sign.
mean, Ewing is like this wide and my street's this wide with cars parked.
I understand that.
Only
But
during
we did-
baseball.
There was a traffic study done down there, and I think when we did that, there was two.
I don't remember, but I have them. I mean, everybody, I mean, even the Ewing Street, we did that.
You would know what the result of that.
Well, there's
Yeah.
more houses on Fountain than on
Remember
Ewing.
that study they did?
Oh.
You don't remember?
We could do it again. A lot of the people,
Can't we just pull up the one that we did?
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I can do another one. I mean, it's no big deal to even do another one.
We're not gonna do
I mean,
anything, I mean, baseball's over, there's no
And
traffic
use
now.
it, Kath, using the rationale, like, well, then, we should have speed humps
No,
on
I
Interstate
just-
79, because the speed limit's 70, and if somebody's going 75 or 80. No, I'm just saying, if you could just keep taking and
No,
going
but I was just
further
making
out.
a comment that I think if you would put, if you would put speed bumps, either Ewing or Fountain, I think Fountain would be the place to put them during baseball season, because there's a lot more cars, there's a lot more kids walking, and those guys are speeding up.
If, I would think that if there is a situation, and that my feeling is that if there's a problem, then you address the problem. You just don't throw them out there
Okay,
because,
I agree.
you know,
I just
okay,
wanted
there
to
could
keep
be
us
a
in mind.
problem. There could be a problem.
What if we do
Okay.
this,
That's all.
just to throw this out there, during baseball season, why don't we have like a pop-up event at the ballpark, and you just have the police department go down there and just give a public service announcement, and then do that a couple times in the season, and see how things go, see,
I'll
that's,
get the officers down there
I'm
reviewing
fine
them
till
and
next
Front
season.
Street during baseball season, and we'll run speed checks. There you go. And if the problem starts, but I don't see how you could engineer something.
I really don't want speed bumps on Fountain, but I'm just, I do.
Okay, we got it, we understand.
Thank you.
We'll look into it and we'll take care of it. Okay, anything additional? I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
so
Move
Second.
and second,
Yeah.
all in favor?
Yes.
Aye. All